welcome back to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. Now we're going to be talking with Michael J. Hicks. He is the proprietor, the owner of Black Rose Books. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Now you are you're with Black Rose Books, but you're also involved in all sorts of community activities. Is that right?
Well, the big emphasis for us is to be community-based. Again, I don't have a storefront, so what I do is I put on events. We're having events done by myself and in conjunction with other groups. So what we try to do is get out in front of people and expose them to the stuff that I have. It's getting bigger. My little
Your collection of books is growing.
Display is growing daily. Yes.
Now you have a specific focus for your books. Is it geared mostly toward African American writers or the community, or how?
Absolutely. No, these are books that are African American based. Stories about, written for, information, cookbooks, textbooks, anything that's written for and about African Americans. I'm trying to actually establish myself here as the largest African American book distributor, bookseller, event promoter in the Pacific Northwest, and as it is right now, I think
You're well on your way, is that what
absolutely.
Okay, well, so what kind of events have you done? And you said you don't have a storefront, so how does that work?
Well, this is my second year actually in this business. So my first year we had a lot of local authors. I did DJOG1, which is the Trailblazers DJ. Yeah. He's an author. Miss Dolores Dallas, an absolute beautiful lady. These are guys here in Portland that's with these self-published novels and stories and ideas. What we're doing, again, is there's no real distributorship for African American literature. I mean, not the Northwest in general. There's no other bookstores here. So my idea, my understanding is to get these authors. Surely you have a book, but once you kind of do your friends and family, you kind of...
Right. You would like maybe other people to actually appreciate it too.
With the following that I have, we do fairly well. We keep your books, your materials in front of people. I found that over the years. This is one of the things that just catches you. You don't wake up that morning and decide to buy a book, but if you happen to walk by something that catches your eye, sparks your interest, 9 times out of 10 you'll pick that up and take it with you.
So you're kind of a promoter too.
Oh, absolutely, a promoter. Yeah, yeah, that's the secret to this business, is to get it out there and keep it out there. Yeah. The events you were speaking of, we have a children's event coming up June 7th. My second annual is called Read All Summer. This is Read All Summer 2. What we're doing is we're trying to get these kids involved and engaged over the summer months while they're out of school with books that reflect who they are. I know it's a lot easier, it's a lot simpler to read materials that you recognize. You recognize the name, the situation, the locations, the family dynamics, whatever it might be, to keep your interest. We're going to be there with a lot of books. I'm going to have over 200 titles from pre-K to about high school. Wow. We have 2 local authors that's going to be joining us. Valerie Pierce, she's an educator here in Portland, and Kyene Taunton Davis. Both these young ladies have children's books. We have a brother there that's Robert Collins, a younger guy. He's the most fantastic artist you'll ever meet.
Really?
This guy
so does he
amazing.
Illustrate the books, or?
He's, when I first noticed his work, that's what caught my eye. It looked like it could be used or some sort of illustration. But from what I've seen, this guy is amazing. I got him on the phone because I just wanted them to be a part. I want anybody that comes to this event to be exposed to all that's out there. We have community partners, the NAACP, Black Parent Initiative, Backstory Books, the Smart Foundation. Any child that comes to this event, they will leave with a book in their hand, regardless if you buy it or however way, but that's the point. We want to put these books in these children's hands.
Were you a reader as a kid?
Absolutely a reader, yeah.
Me too. I would rather read a book than watch TV any day of the week, and I'm still that way, but don't tell that to us. But so what kind of books did you read when you were a kid? I mean, were you exposed to those kind of books that you are providing for the community?
Absolutely. I tell the story. My father gave me a copy of Claude Brown's Man-Child in the Promised Land. I was maybe 12 years old or so, just old enough, to read and understand this book. I read that book and it absolutely just turned on every light in my mind. these stories, the adventures, whatever they were going through,
so were you.
fit me so perfectly.
Really?
I mean, and that was the first time I've ever read a book that was, I could have wrote this book. I mean, it was so familiar. Surely not everything was the same, but the attitude, the tone,
Right.
the language, it was so familiar. And from that point on, I was just done
Hooked,
for.
huh?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it takes to get a kid hooked on reading, is to find that book that really speaks to them.
Absolutely.
That they can really relate to.
It makes it so much easier. And again, with the selection, we hope to have that covered. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things that you maybe saw on Amazon or maybe not, but we're going to have a lot of material available for a lot of different kids. And this is going to be a very exciting event.
So tell me a little bit about it. This is at the Rosewood Initiative.
The Rosewood Initiative,
And I don't
Sunday, June 7th from 12 to 4.
Okay.
162nd and Stark, right in the corner, the Rosewood.
And a lot of people don't even know what the Rosewood Initiative is, and I only went there for the first time in the last month or so. I was very impressed. You know, it's a great little community center.
I found these guys. I was actually recommended by the NAACP president to go and talk with these guys, and I went in. The facility is huge. It's nice size. It's beautiful. The price was perfect for me, and they're very responsive to the needs. Tony and the guys up there, they're just they made this thing a lot easier for me. Again, we're trying to develop this into a yearly event, and right now that's our home. I would go back.
Good. Yeah, I like that. I like the whole location, and it's there for the community. People can come in, and you know, they can have classes there. They can dance. They can, you know, hold on to their culture, because there's a lot of different.
This is going to be good. I'm mildly surprised when I started to put it together. You know, you always have your ideas and doubts, but it is coming along beautifully, and hopefully this thing will really set a precedent. My first one was actually in the Pearl District, and I didn't know what to expect. But they came out. They came out so beautiful. And then I'm realizing that was a little bit tough for parking, a little bit out of the way.
Yeah.
So we have this venue now that plenty of free parking is wide open. We're looking for a huge crowd. I am. I need you guys to come.
Okay, so you have the authors that are coming. What are they going to do? Are they going to sign books? Are they going to talk? What do you have planned for them?
My authors, I like these guys to be engaged because they're definitely going to be selling their material. But they're also going to be reading. They're going to be answering questions. My authors are definitely going to be engaged with the crowd. We have the young man, Robert Collins, that's going to oversee our art table. We're going to have art supplies out, pencils and chalks. So the kids can come in and this is something to do, you know, get into this, because we have an artist in front of you. You can see what could happen. Nikki Brown Clown is going to be there. Nikki Brown Clown is, again, this is her second time with us. She's always fun, always fun.
So, and this is a free event, is that
absolutely
correct?
Free, yes, absolutely free.
So bring the kids, don't have to be African American to come.
Oh, no. And I'm so glad you mentioned that. I'm starting to kind of get an understanding from some people that I'm being exclusive. No. African American literature is anybody's literature. This is just told from our perspective. The stories, the adventures. Again, if you could read Dickens and Hemingway and whatever it might be, you could pick up a book by an African-American author and still feel very much at home in this story.
Learning other people's perspectives and what their lives are like, it's all part of learning and appreciating, you know, the world around you. So I think, you know.
Absolutely, and this area, one of the more well-read areas in the nation, but the fact that we do not have an outlet for our stories, our ideas, we're going to fix that with Black Rose Books.
That's great. Now, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you to come to an event they were doing,
absolutely.
would they go? Do you have a website that they could go to? And
my website right now is
in transition,
a little bit under construction, but no, we're actually about to set up to go online.
Okay.
We're going to carry a specific set of titles. What it allows me to do is to get these books ordered. Surely a lot of the newer stuff, older stuff, a great selection, but you could have these books shipped directly to your home. But the website is www.blackrosebookspdx.net, all one word. And absolutely, we're doing some things coming this summer. We're going to be in Seattle for Father's Day, Tacoma in July, back in Seattle in August. And then the event that we're planning that I just got the best news today, the Northwest Black Book Expo. The Northwest Black Book Expo is September 11th and 12th of this year. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to spend that Friday evening as a meet and greet authors reception. Every participant will get a ticket to the event, but we're having food, music, a host, an award ceremony.
Where is this held?
This is going to be at the Crown Plaza Hotel.
Oh, here in Portland?
Yes, ma'am. This is going to be absolutely beautiful. So be looking out. That's on its way.
Keep that on your radar. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that Saturday is the book expo itself. We're going to have authors, artists, music, whatever else I can get into this room. Here on the PCC Cascade campus. Today we just finalized me having Terrell Hall. I mean, all of Terrell Hall. So we got the auditoriums, we got classrooms, we got hallways, we got a beautiful facility. This thing is going to get big. It's going to be so nice, and I'm so appreciative of Karen Edwards, the president of PCC, for letting me get a chance to do that there. This is something that I'm looking to set myself apart with.
Now, how did you get into this? What possessed you to start this?
Black Rose was something I carried in my heart for at least 20 years. This was an idea that I had, but knowing myself, I was just never ready. In my transition and coming back out this way, I was in Seattle, back to Portland. I knew coming out here, this is why I was coming, to start this business. There's no other bookstores, distributors from California to Canada. And now I'm here. I got here again about 2 years ago. It's been a little crazy, a little rough, but we've been going at this. This is my life, and we're going to get this thing to go.
It's your mission, it's your vision, it's your passion.
Absolutely.
So your books, they're for kids and adults, correct?
Yes.
But this fair that's coming up is specifically focused on children.
My kids' event. I'm trying to keep something for the kids. I don't want to really kind of tie it into all my other events because I'm looking at that as something special. This kids' event and the one that we're going to have in September, because in that event we're going to actually have a separate room, more authors, more kids' books, more of everything. But I wanted this thing to happen by the end of the summer to keep these kids involved. In September, it's a little bit easier. School's back, things are kind of going on. But
summer has all sorts of options for kids that are not necessarily good ones. I mean, it's so easy for them to just, be running the streets. So, I mean, what do you do if a kid says, I'd rather be playing my video game than read a book?
That's okay. I mean, that's understandable. But that's the kid that you say, here, take this. And when I see you in September, I see you in August, we'll talk about it, see if you what did you do with it? Because a lot of times, surely you can't make them, but you give a kid a book, it might not be today or tomorrow, but eventually, yeah.
I agree.
And that's the best part. If he picks it up on his own and gets into it, you've already won.
I would encourage parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents, if you're buying presents for kids, I love to buy books for kids.
Absolutely.
Think about what that child's interests are and see if you can find a book. And I bet you would be able to help and steer them towards something that would really...
Everything out there, everything for every situation, attitude, age level, reading level. You come out, we will find a book to fit your child.
Yeah, and if you can get to encourage them to do that, a lifelong habit of reading is a beautiful thing. Yeah. It'll make a difference in their life.
I'm so excited about this. This is going to be very big for me as a business, but it's also an opportunity to bring community together. We're going to have people there that are going to be disseminating information, just contacts, things that you might need in your community, in your neighborhood. We try to put that in the room with every event that we have.
Well, we're out of time. I appreciate you coming and telling us all about it. I think this sounds like it'll be a great event. So June 7th, Sunday, June 7th, at the Rosewood Initiative, and they can check out your website and find out more information.
Absolutely.
Thank you very
so
much,
Monica.
Michael. You bet. Thanks for joining us for this segment of Community Hotline. You can go to the website and find out more information, and do encourage your kids to read. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
That was gold, wasn't it?
to shoot my documentary was more than I ever would have dreamed of doing.
This is a community media station.
It was phenomenal.
Ready, camera, one.
What is it about this place that makes so many different people come together?
Ready, camera, two.
Very professional, experienced people.
You can use these industry standard pieces of equipment.
Ready, camera, three. Take three.
You don't have to be rich to do this.
Open people's eyes to something they've never even thought of before.
Cool stuff happens. It becomes this community.
That's going to really change who's telling the stories and who's controlling the messaging.